Hey guys, this is Jessica and welcome back to my channel. So a couple months ago I sent off my DNA to test for my ancestry DNA with 23andMe, and I finally got the results this morning. So I thought I would share my results with y'all. Of course, I share my entire life with y'all. But before we get going, if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to click the bell right next to it to get notified of whenever I post new videos if you want to. You don't have to. Also, if you want to add me on social media like my Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, definitely add me. I will not mind one bit. So, a little bit of information beforehand. So, I ordered this kit on August 2nd. I received it August 6th. And that I mailed it that same day, August 6th, and today is September 22nd, so I got my results this morning. So that's about the time frame that you're looking at. So I'm so excited. So a little bit of back history while I get my computer set up. From what I know, my dad's side of the family is Welsh and Scottish. My mom's side of the family is German and Native American. So we're gonna see if there's any of that in my report. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm shocked right now. So I am 97.2% European. 51.7% of that is British and Irish, which is United Kingdom. Okay. Okay. We predict you had ancestors that lived in the United Kingdom within the last 200 years. So that goes with Welsh. Okay. So I am 16.2% German. Well, it says French and German, but it says we predicted you had ancestors that lived in Germany within the last 200 years. So good job, Mama. We are German. It says 1.7% Iberian. What is Iberian? Okay. Spain and Portugal. What? Influenced by the Mediterranean civilizations. What? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So a little bit of Spanish. Okay, I can get down with that. Then, I knew it. I knew it so much. So then I knew it. I knew this. 0.7% of Scandinavian. So I got a little bit of Viking up in me. So yes, awesome. Then there is 0.7% of Eastern European, which they're saying is like Russian. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Then there is 20.5% of broadly Northwestern European. Now, what it says for that is Northwestern Europeans are represented by people from as far west as Ireland and as far north as Norway, as far east as Finland, and as far south as France. So basically it's saying that this shared heritage may be the result of extensive migration, possibly including the German invasions of the early Middle Ages. Okay, that's cool, but that's a lot, like 20.5%. Wow. Okay, then I am 0.8% broadly Southern European. So that includes the Iberian, so Spain, Portugal, Italian and Balkan peninsulas. So basically in the Mediterranean area. Then on the European side, the last one, I am 4.7% broadly European. It says much of Europe was buried under miles of ice 10,000 years ago. As the glaciers receded over a millennia, Neolithic farmers from Western Asia joined Paleo-ethnic hunter-gatherers to settle Europe. Some European DNA is difficult to assign confidently to one population and receives a broadly destination. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, guys. I really am not sure how I feel about this. I knew having a family that's been in the South for a long time that this could possibly happen. So this is going to be very interesting to tell my family. I am 1.4% sub-Saharan African. Okay. So we have, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Crazy. So I am 0.6% coastal West African. So that stretches from the Senegal to Nigeria. Basically like the Gulf of Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia. Crazy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. And then I am 0.3% Nigerian. What? What? Family. Oh, we need to have a talk. Like, what did we do? Oh my gosh. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Then I am 0.1% Congolese. I don't even know what that is. It says beginning around 3,000 years ago, speakers of Bantu language migrated south from the highlands of Nigeria and Cameroon through the dense African rainforest and along the lush Central African coast. Much later, Bantu-speaking people in the Western Congo region established the historical Kingdom of Congo, which flourished for over 500 years until its collapse at the hands of the colonial powers in 1914. Today, Bantu-speaking people such as the Congo, Tiki, Sangane are significant majorities in the countries bordering the Congo River. So we were over in the Congo River. What? Okay, let's keep going, Jessica. So then I am 0.2% broadly West African. For over a millennium before European colonization and the Atlantic slave trade, West Africans were united under a series of powerful empires, resulting in a broad similarities in music, clothing, art, and cuisine. Basically, this extends from Senegal to Nigeria. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh. My mom is gonna freak the F out. Freak the F out. Then I am a 0.1% of broadly Congolese and Southern East African, which that's the Bantu is the term widely used to describe the largest of Africa's families, with Iron Age roots near present-day Nigeria and Cameroon. And then there is 0.1% of broadly sub-Saharan African. Basically, this is It says the genetic diversity of sub-Saharan Africa reflects both the deep history of humans in the region and the recent migrations that have carried people from Western Africa to both Southern and Eastern Africa. As a result of this ancient and complex population history, it's difficult to assign some DNA to a specific population with sub-Saharan Africa. I am 0.9% Native American. I mean, I knew I had Native American in me. So yes, that's awesome. This is kind of interesting. I am 0.3% Western Asian and North African. There is 0.2% of me that is unassigned. So yeah. Alright, so they have a ancestry timeline of how many generations ago was your most recent ancestor for each population. So we're going to start with the farthest one, I guess. And it says in 1710, or from the 1800s to 1710 was the Native American, Western Asian, the Congolese. Actually, the Congolese goes from 1830 to 1710, and then from 1830 to 1740 is the Iberian, Nigerian, coastal West African, Scandinavian, East European. And then from 1890 to 1830 is the French and German. And then from 1950 to 1920 is the British and Irish. My mom's side of the family is the part that the African and stuff is from. What? That's very, very interesting. Alright guys, so now we are going to check to see what my Halpo group is. So since I am a woman, they can only trace the maternal Halpo group for me because I do not have that one chromosome from my dad, so they could only track my mom's. So let's see what it is. So it says, you descend from a long line of women that can be traced back to Eastern Africa over 100,050 years ago. These are the women of your maternal line, and your maternal Halpo sheds light on their story. So my Halpo group is K1B1A. It says, as our ancestors ventured out of Eastern Africa, they branched off in diverse groups that crossed and recrossed the globe over tens of thousands of years. Some of their migrations can be traced through Halpo groups, families of lineages that descend from a common ancestor. Your maternal Halpo group can reveal the path followed by the woman of your maternal line. If every person living today could trace his or her maternal line back over thousands of generations, all of our lines would meet at a single woman who lived in Eastern Africa between 150,000 years ago and 200,000 years ago. Though she was one of perhaps thousands of women alive at the time, only the diverse branches of her Halpo group have survived today. The story of your maternal line begins with her. So, which was 65,000 years ago, and it says your branch of L is Halpo group L3, which arose from a woman who likely lived in Eastern Africa between 60,000 and 70,000 years ago. While many of her descendants remain in Africa, one small group ventured east across the Red Sea, likely across the narrow Babel into the tip of the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, so then we're moving to N. So this is 59,000 years ago, and it says your story continues with Halpo group N, one of two branches that arose from L3 in southwestern Asia. Researchers have long debated whether they arrived there via Sinai Peninsula or made the hop across the Red Sea at the Babel. Though their extended roots are disputed, there is no doubt that the women of Halpo-N migrated across all of Eurasia, giving rise to new branches from Portugal to Polynesia. What? Oh my god, this is so crazy. Then we go to Haplogroup R. So this is 57,000 years ago. One of those branches is Haplogroup R, which traces back to a woman who lived soon after the migration out of Africa. She likely lived in Southwest Asia, perhaps in the Arabian Peninsula, and her descendants lived and migrated alongside members of Haplogroup N. Along the way, R gave rise to a number of branches that are major haplogroups in their own right. So then we're moving to 47,000 years ago. So this is Haplogroup U. Haplogroup U was one of the earliest offshoots of R and traces back to a woman who lived nearly 50,000 years ago. Over time, her descendants have migrated into Europe, parts of Asia, and even back into Africa, giving rise to numerous branches spanning 3 continents. So then we are moving to 27,000 years ago, which is Haplogroup K. Your maternal line story continues with Haplogroup K, which is actually a branch of Haplogroup U8. K traces back to a woman who likely lived in the Middle East less than 30,000 years ago. Since then, her descendants have migrated in all directions and can be found through Europe, Northern Africa, and the Arabian Peninsula into the East and Central Asia. So then we are going to 22,000 years ago, which is the K1. Haplogroup K1 is a relative old branch of Haplogroup K that traces back to a woman who lived approximately 22,000 years ago, and she and her early descendants likely lived in the Middle East, where K haplogroup traces origins and continues to have a strong presence. Then, about 12,000 to 15,000 years ago, some women carrying the K1 likely joined early immigrations that moved west into Europe. The Ice Age was ending and temperature forests spread over the previous frigid continent. Human populations that had been blocked by massive ice sheets now expanded into the interior. Others came later, entering Europe with the spread of agriculture from the Middle East about 8,000 years ago. Then we are moving to 10,000 years ago, which is the K1B1A, which is what I am. Your maternal haplogroup, K1B1A, traces back to a woman who lived approximately 10,000 years ago. That's nearly 400 generations ago. What happened between then and now? As researchers and citizen scientists discover more about your haplogroup, new details may be added to the story. So we don't know, basically. And then it says that the K1B1A is relatively uncommon among 23andMe customers. So I am rare and uncommon. So it says, today you share your haplogroup with all the maternal line descendants of the common ancestor of K1B1A, including other 23andMe people. Okay. Basically, 1 in 1,100 people are part of the K1B1A. So it's a very rare strand to belong to. We are gonna check and see our Neanderthal ancestry. So it says that I have 289 Neanderthal variants. So basically what this Neanderthal ancestry is, it says Neanderthals were ancient humans who inbred with modern humans before becoming extinct 100,000 years ago. This report tells you how much of your ancestry can be traced back to Neanderthals. So it says, this says that I have 289 variants of Neanderthal in me, and it says this is more than 71% of 23andMe customers. You have more Neanderthal variants than 71% of our customers. However, your Neanderthal ancestry accounts for less than 4% of your overall DNA. Alright guys, so that is what my Ancestry DNA results are. I'm still like a little bit flabbergasted and shocked by them. I mean, of course, being in America and being a family in the South, that's always a possibility of having some of that DNA in you. But yeah, so I guess whenever people say that I look exotic, I mean, I guess they're valid in their points. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and keep on watching for my mom's reaction on these results. My results came back, and I am 97.2% European, which duh, of course. Yeah. So I'm 51, I'm almost 52% United Kingdom, which is, you know, like England, Wales, yeah. You know, that whole area. Okay. Then I am 16.2% German. Well, so there. You got some German. Yes. I am 1.7% Iberian, which is like Spain, Portugal. Oh, Then I am 0.7% Scandinavian, Viking, so there you go. Yeah. Then I am 0.7% Eastern European. But basically, okay, you know, there's some broadly Southern European and all that. So this is the part that you're probably going to be a little bit shocked about. Oh my. So I am 1.4% of Sub-Saharan African. Is that funny to you?
Well, I kind of figured that.
Why?
It's because what Mom has said.
What has Mom said?
Well, there, you know, back then there was.
Well, I'm 0.6% of coastal West African, and then I am 0.3% Nigerian. I'm 0.1% Congolese.
What?
Congolese.
Congo.
Then I'm like 0.1% of like broadly West African. And that's on your side of the family, by the way. So then I am 0.9% Native American. So we got that Native American in there. Yeah. And then this was another interesting one, is I'm 0.3% Western Asian.
Really?
Yeah. A 0.2% of Western Asian, and then 0.1% of broadly North African. And then there's 0.2% that's unassigned. So that just means like there's another region that they don't have the DNA for that my DNA is a part of. That's crazy, right?
Wow.
What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people say I look exotic, they're correct. I'm literally from like all over.
Yeah.
And then like it shows like on your side of the family, they trace like where they started and, you know, where they migrated to. So I'll like show you that report and stuff like that. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh, so crazy.
What did you tell Mom?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna flip along with everyone else in the family. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Well, alrighty. So any last words?
Nope. They're very interesting.
Alrighty.
Okay.